Oh my god, easy. This makes me.
Oh yeah, I had
This
it. That
makes
was
me
easy
fat.
button. I had it. That was easy button, but I think it broke or something.
Oh
Or
yeah,
some
that
Darth
was
Vader.
that was easy shit. Who's okay?
Yeah.
Let me see who's who we need to. Don't we need one more guy?
We
Oh wait,
need
no, that was
Nomad
real
Maverick.
steel. He took,
Nomad Maverick.
and we need Maverick.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he joined the.
Hell is here. Does he say he wasn't gonna make it, or?
I don't think Hell is here. I think Hell is Hell isn't here.
Yeah, Hell isn't here. Right.
Hell is dead.
Hell is dead. Yeah. PPRO Sparky.
Right.
I don't know if he's racing. He might, but I don't know.
Well, welcome.
Yeah, boy.
Is my stream working?
My volume's in, so I would assume so.
No, I'm just asking. Is check this. Oh, yep. Now it's up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't really ate anything today. I feel really skinny.
That's me every day. Okay, so
I
mean,
I am really thin, but it's like anorexic thin.
Alrighty. Come on, Spec. Get in here and make it a 14 car field. I know you can do it.
Gonna pull up the track map, so.
Okay. He's got the track map and everything.
I mean, I kind of.
Hey, there he is. Estonia.
What?
We got the Estonian flag.
Oh, Estonian flag. He's not even from. He's
I
an
think
American.
Costa Rica or Jamaica was off. No. Welcome to Estonia.
Nah, man, America, bro. This isn't America.
Slavic state. Slavic state out there, right beside Russia in that Lithuania, Latvia area. That's where Estonia is. It's like those European countries that nobody remembers. Anyways, it is 7:31. Time to start.
I'm still trying to find out. I'm still trying to find a track map. Oh my gosh.
For all 0 of you guys watching the stream, welcome to race 7 of 15 here at Paul Ricard, formerly known as Magny-Cours.
Well,
this track was pretty much vacant for the past.
It's not Magny-Cours.
Well, we'll just say that so that it sounds smart. We're putting that in the bloopers.
Oh.
So they used to have a French track.
They used to, yeah.
Yes, they used to, and then they took it out 15 years, somewhere like 15 years ago. They took it. It did play a part in some of the seasons, but they brought it back for 2018. I know a lot of F1 fans were happy to see that, although there were some that were sad to see Malaysia go, but this was the new track. But yeah, France, new track on a new game. Lucky dog. You take us through how it feels to run through this track and how you're able to conquer it, because I know you conquer every track.
Well, thank you. Well, this track is annoying to say. It's a lot of high-speed corners. There's a lot of areas where you can cut the corners and get time penalties. The final sector is there's just a lot of sweeping corners, which I don't have a problem with, but it's all off camber. Sometimes there's just so in those corners where it's like Malaysia. At some points, it's to get your apex, and it's very difficult to find the best line. It's just one little mistake, and that could be your lap over. I want to say I like it, but it's just annoying. It's like there's so many high-speed corners, and there's so many low-speed. It feels unbalanced in a way. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. My personal opinion. I probably shouldn't even be saying that, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to provide a good race, though, but I think there's going to be a lot of factors that are going to determine who's going to win this race.
Balance is key at this track. We've seen that a lot. We kind of saw that at Malaysia, as you noted, where one turn leads into the next, and then that turn leads into another turn. And you have to be able to nail each and every one in order to get an adequate time. And if you were just to miss one of your apexes by just a little, it completely throws off the entire section. And that's the same thing here. You're going to see a lot of people trying to take different lines, going through some of these higher speed or medium speed corners, as I like to say. But we just got to see who manages through that the best. And just because there's a long way and you have that tight chicane on the what we call the backstretch, don't let that fool you, because this is a very technical track in its form. So these drivers are going to be taken out on the track for the first time. Last week we saw VTech win the race at Spa. Comfortable victory, controversial but comfortable victory. Sparky was able to qualify on pole, but he might not be racing. Anyways, that allowed the points gaps to be narrowed down quite a bit, especially in the top four. Midnight, who finished 4th, enters this race with a 4-point cushion over KSI. He has an 11-point cushion over Austin and 12 points over VTech. So this race right here, last race before the winter break, this could really turn its head on the season. As you see Maverick coming out on track, we have 2 new drivers entering. We Fern and Nomad Maverick, who are watching right now. These 2 drivers, KSI's friends, or Skep's friends, I'm not too sure. But they do have some connection with some of the fast guys in this league. And they're making their first starts. They're filling in the vacant Salver position, probably giving Salver some points back. And keep in mind, I know this is a really weird fact, but Salver is the only constructor in this league to not have a podium. That might change tonight. See if it happens though. As you see, this track can get very difficult to follow, especially on the backstretch. A lot of courses flowing through each other. It's kind of weird to find the right spot. And a lot of drivers were complaining about that when this game initially came out. But anyways, here's No Maverick. No Mad Maverick.
Just, I don't know, I call him Maverick, yeah.
I'll probably have to do that too. That sounds like a good idea. Juke is also out on track. He is the 2nd driver for Toro Rosso. He hasn't raced a lot this season, but when he does race, he does show a lot of early speed promise. You guys didn't forget, in Canada, he wasn't there in 2nd for quite a while until a wing change and a disaster. But we've been able to see a lot of speed from him. But he's going to have to manage those corner cutting penalties, because this track is very assertive when it comes to getting track penalties. This race might come down to who can get the least amount of penalties in order to win. As you see right there, I think that may have been no, that was KSI going around Justin on the straightaway. Y'all caught that. But anyways, back to Maverick. He is working the backstretch right now. You go on board with him. Press the nail at chicane. It's hard to keep yourself on track because we're gonna sell time. You gotta DRS zones to, there's not one where he's going to right now. I think there are 2 DRS zones on this track. I might be wrong, but lots of opportunities to make some moves on this track.
Absolutely, and especially that this straight. There's 2 parts of it. It used to be 1. Now there's the main car that's on next switch, that switch from the stroke straight up. Oh my god, say that back. That was horrible pronunciation by myself. But anyway, that second half of that straight is very important. There may not be DRS there, but definitely catch the speed from that thing as Nomad Maverick's going to set a 130.4 the first half of the session so far on the Ultra Soft tires. Pretty decent banker by him. We're going to have to wait and see who else is going to be completing their lap. I believe Skeppy is on a lap right now on this lap. Going through the final corner now, 2nd here. Some throttle nice, sweet, DRS wide open. Let's see what this is going to be. It's going to be a 130 dead, so about 3.5 tenths over Maverick so far in the early stages of qualifying. Pretty comfy gap he's got there, but there are only 2 that set a qualifying lap so far this session. Not going to make not going to make the job any easier. Here's Mean Fern, another new driver. Yep, go Fern. another Sauber driver. Racing with SnB and KSI. Gonna set at 1:30 for the live. Sauber pretty close with each other in terms of pace. Now these two drivers race in PPRL, which is how SnB and Alderfer. If you're seeing that new gamer tag, that is the same. That is KSI ain't scared. He changes gamer tag. So if anyone was any KSI fans out there, don't be worried. It's still him. Alderfer, SnB, Meanford, Maverick. They all race in the same week, PPRL. So that's how they all know each other. That's how they're all shaking late here. As there's more drivers, Austin sets up 31.9 on the super softs. So he's one of the first to set a time on those compound tires, and you got Justin and J-Mac, 5th and 6th consecutively.
Buddies, as we like to call them. Two drivers that seem to find each other a lot throughout these races in multiple leagues, and they find each other again in F1, sitting 5th and 6th on the board right now. We'll see if they can improve their time in the next 12 minutes. But anyways, it's KSI, Alderfer, I'm going to have to call him Alderfer now, loses it in one of the turns. It's so difficult to nail it.
Yeah, it's his lap over.
Probably going to throw his lap away. Yep, probably going to throw it away. But luckily, he still got 11 and a half minutes. But like I was saying before, or as I was trying to say, the weather situation before this race, we have gotten word that it's going to be clear for the rest of qualifying. But in the race, huge shakeups. You're in the Discord. Dion said, let's pray to the F1 gods that there's no rain. Well, praying is not working. It's going to rain at the beginning, heavy rain at the start, but it should dry up as the race moves along, and eventually we will get to clear at the end. But it's going to be rough to see who plays the strategies correctly. Oh, a juke goes off! I just saw that.
I think it reset the track. It's not reset. Yeah, that's a pretty dangerous spot to be reset. Because I think he was reset. I just caught him at a standstill. That's the fastest corner on the circuit, right at the exit of the apex, as his tires are completely shot. He's done a full 360. He was trying to get himself back in a straight line, but those super softs are toast right now. So that's a necessity to go back to the pits. Look at he only pushed the wheel a little bit, and he is losing the car. Does he have a puncture? I don't quite know, but his tires are definitely done. He's gonna need to go back to the pits.
Luckily, he didn't cause anyone else's laps to be ruined. He sits 9th on the board now. His teammate was able to get to 4th, but look at who's in 8th. Kind of shocking to see. Now, we did see him make a mistake, but even still, I think a lot of us expected him to be a lot closer to the front, especially since he's fighting for a win and fighting for a championship position. Something that he probably wouldn't even have imagined missing the first 2 races of the season. Out of the 4 championship runners, he sits 8th. Only Austin and him have actually ran a time. Midnight is actually working on a lap right now in VTEC. Fabulous performance. Almost every race we've seen, he has had a very good drive. And no different here. You see Midnight, he's starting to work through the final section. And Midnight is a championship leader. And if you look at the stats, it doesn't look like it, but throughout these races, he's been able to stay out of trouble. Run great races, run solid races, and then be in the position to get a podium, get a 3rd. He's been able to do that almost every race. As you see him going to the pit road, did not look like his lap was going to be solid, so he's going to come down pit road. That is going to be very annoying. But he's going to come down to pit road, if you guys heard that at all. He's going to come down to pit road with 9 minutes left in the session. I think he has enough time to get one more, but almost everyone's starting to put laps on the board, and Skep out in front. Still, he's on a lap again. He's on his out lap, but he's doing a good job. And right as I said, out before the struggle, he goes up to 3rd on pretty worn ultra softs, out there for about 3 or 4 laps. So impressive job by McLaren, and unlike McLaren Red Bull up front, it's McLaren Sauber. New revolution of Sauber drivers are starting to attack the scene, and they're doing a good job, both of them in the top 4. And Riot 2 also up to 8th, forgot to mention that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Alderfer just had a little mistake there and just coasted on for the rest of the lap just to put a time on And in a practice session, he was noticeably quicker than Maverick by about 0.3 of a second. So don't let these times fool you at all. He's pretty quick on the time trial leaderboards as well as Skeppy. These two have been working really hard to try and take the win here, take the W at France, because they know it's a really good chance for both of them to get a 1-2 finish here. But let's not forget the French native himself, Skunk VTech, his home track here, the Mercedes driver. He's on a lap right now. I haven't been looking at the deltas, focusing on how he was taking the track, but it looks like he's on a pretty good lap right now on the ultra soft compound tires. Wants to make it, wants to get his 4th win of the season. First driver to win 3 races. Pretty good. The air is wide open.
Very good.
Pretty good, and he's on pole by 0.2 of a second.
That's a lot
Pretty
better. I
decent
thought he was
lap
going to get a 28. Nonetheless, 29.8, pretty solid. I doubt that'll stand it.
I think that was his second lap. I remember before it said he did a 29.4, but that was invalidated. So this was on his second lap on the ultra soft tires, and he can definitely improve by about half a second based on what I believe he did before. So once again, he may be sandbagging it, but let's not get too excited about that lap. There's definitely a lot of beating that in the future as the session progresses.
Sandbagging is a huge, it's something that we've seen a lot. In the 6 races this season, we've only seen 2 guys win from the actually, that's a lie. We've only seen half the guys win from the pole, and Austin up to 3rd. I had a feeling he was going to score a good time. But we've only seen half these guys win. If you look at Australia, KSI did it. But at Monaco, KSI started 2nd and won the race. China, VTech won the race. And then from there, VTech won Canada from pole, and Sparky won. And Skep goes to the top, as I completely missed that. Skep
about
is
0.03 of a second. That's pretty close between those two.
We'll see if that holds up, but very solid performances for him so far. Anyways, Sparky won Baku, and then VTech, who started, I think it was 6th at Spa, he was able to win there. So we've seen like a trade-off into who wins the pole or fastest pole versus winner of the race, and that means this week's gonna be whoever gets on pole wins the race. Of course, that might not happen, especially since we're throwing rain in. And just about every race this season that we've had a huge amount of rain, it really throws off things. But that's Skep on the top.
Well, yeah, there you go. But as you said before, it's actually a really good sign that we're seeing a lot of pole drivers not get away from everything in the race. And it seems like the field, when it comes to the race, that there's just a lot of competition, and there's a lot of just all around a lot of good competition. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. The guys who qualify well, as Midnight's going to set a 131.4 across the line. See, even Midnight, and the perfect example of that, doesn't qualify well, not a qualifying specialist, doesn't even bother to practice qualifying. He goes out and has been scoring consistent podiums. As I think he may be doing another lap. I wouldn't do that if I were him, but and then there's people like Skunk VTech, who sometimes doesn't really qualify, gets himself up to the win, and sometimes when he does qualify, sometimes he'll have an accident. So it's just all unpredictable now. We have a good idea of who's going to win the races, but you never know which one of them will actually win the race.
Getting the top 4. Now we approach the final 3.5 minutes of qualifying. All different manufacturers in the top 4. This is something we're seeing a lot. But we'll see if that continues to hold up. Throughout the field, we've seen the top 6 really hold their own. Then it's about a 3-dog fight for 7th between Deluxe, Midnight, and Riot 2. And then you have J-Mac, Justin, who is yet to set a time. He's about to start his lap now. And Juke, who are all towards the rear. Unfortunately, I think they'll definitely improve on their times in the final 3 minutes. And Dion, who is working on his outlap right now, the owner of this league, and is one of the only few drivers to, I think he's the only driver to make every start. I think he's the only guy.
I believe Austin
would
has also
assume
made
so.
every single race.
Well, I'm talking about in all seasons.
Oh, right. Yeah, he would probably be the only one. Actually, no, that's not true. He missed season 1 Bahrain, I believe. If I stand corrected there. I think he did miss that race, unfortunately. Remember that race. That was a very chaotic race, that one. But forward to Justin here. He's on a lap. He didn't have a good turn 1 and 2. For those 2 corners, especially, the most difficult in the circuit, especially in qualifying. The sun reflecting off the curbs absolutely blinds you. And it's extremely difficult to point out your apex. I don't think this will be his best lap. It looks like he may have done another lap. He's pretty low in ERS. Yeah, he's not making the corners as fast as I know he can do. I know he can, so that was program. If he actually makes a mistake, that's a lap over. Let's see. We've got Aldefer on the lap. Actually, sorry, I wouldn't kind of make that Justin. A little off his best at the moment. Fourth gear, they're a little dropping out of that section here. And then virage to the torque, and then virage to climb. Final quarter of the circuit. Sorry, I did not say that was the wrong name. Sorry, I'm looking at the track map, and it's in French, and he takes third away from Pascal Austin. I'll be honest, I'm a bit surprised here. I thought he was going to get pole. He said a 29.0 in time trial, but you know, time trial doesn't necessarily reflect what people can actually do in the actual qualifying session. But anyway, disappointment for him. I'm definitely think that he definitely up there for pole position, but looks like that's not going to happen. And SnB will probably have the upper hand on him in this session.
And we gotta look at this final minute of qualifying. It looks like everybody in the top 6 will get a time in, except for Aldefer, of course.
Right.
One-on-one. Deluxe doesn't look like he will. Midnight, I don't know if he's getting back. I doubt he's getting back in time. Riot 2 will definitely run another lap. I think.
Yeah, I doubt that that's going to get another lap. Right, he's going to stay. He's going to keep that lap coming as well.
Justin's also borderline on his lap. And he'll make it in time. He's coming off the final turn and loses it on the final turn. Very hard to get the traction down. Unfortunately, he spins it there. But now Maverick's coming to the line. Goes a little faster. No, I don't think he should. Deluxe Cord has retired. Now it comes down to the final minutes. Basically the final lap qualifying. Everybody, and Riot 2 also retires from the session. Youth moves up to 9th. And now it comes down to the best 6. Who will get the pole time?
Here's SnB, he's on a lap right now. Going through the final sector. Locks up a little bit. He's going to get the better exit out of Mr. Kane. I think he may have, but not what you want to happen. Maybe he locks up a little, goes a little wide. Can he carry that momentum throughout the corner then? The final one. Goes a little wide. I don't think he'll improve here, but we'll see. It might. Right? Yeah. No, he doesn't. Only 10th and a bit off his time. Here comes SnB, who's 3/10 up on his lap. Final quarter now. He's gonna hit the apex right. Pushing to third.
This is pole battle. Can VTech get it? He gets it right at the end.
SnB. A fantastic lap by the Frenchman. At his home circuit, I knew he had it in him, and he definitely was saving it to the very end. A fantastic lap by him. On board of Austin now, he's on his final lap. Goes down to second gear. Uses a bit too much curve on that apex. Don't think they will improve the position. No, don't think he did. He actually dropped down to 6th, so he got overtaken by someone. That may have been Maverick who overtook him.
How about
there you
that
go,
to
that's
end
qualifying.
That may have been the first last-second steal of the season.
Yeah, that was a very dramatic end to the session. As someone has joined the party, I was not expecting that to happen, but anyway, take it away, Peter.
So yeah, that is qualifying. Out for you, you got VTech on pole in his natural habitat. Skep in second. The Sauber's improving to third and fourth. Aldiford down to fifth. He's going to have to make his way up through the race. Austin at sixth. Deluxe Court seventh. Midnight back in eighth. That is one of the better qualifying efforts we've seen from him, but nonetheless, still going to be starting mid-pack. Jupe at ninth, Riot to 10th. J-Mac and Justin 11th and 12th, and Dion rounds out your field. That is your qualifying results, and now we are getting ready to roll the grid in about 90 seconds to go, and the lights will go out, and it is raining. So tire strategy won't even be a thing for qualifying.
I'm thrilled for this race start. I mean, there's some people that do run traction and don't, so we're gonna have to differentiate who is running who. But I think the top two are running. I think the top 4 or 5 are running no traction, so we're gonna have to see who will get the better launch out of those top 4 or 5. This is gonna be very interesting. We may see a lot of corners in turn 1 and 2 because those corners are tight even in the dry. Imagine the wet where you have a lack of grip. It's gonna be a very intense, heavy first lap for all these guys. Intense, heavy race, considering how easy it is to slip up and get a penalty. We're just waiting patiently now for all the guys to get ready.
Before the race begins, thanks Modder Fodder and 49er for hosting me. I appreciate it a lot. Helps a lot. Anyways, 5 red lights are ready to roll. We are just seconds away. And we are underway here in France. Good start by VTech. He gets out to the best jump. Now it's a scramble for second on back. They roll into turn 1. Skep to the outside. VTech's going to hold it.
Oh, they're going to go wide.
Sauber goes off all the way to the inside. Skep's going to take the lead on the first lap. Sauber has to give up positions. Unfortunate start from Maverick. And Deluxe Cord with a good jump. Gains about 3 positions at the beginning.
Yeah, fantastic stuff by Deluxe Cord. Now let's see if anyone else. Mean Firm holds it in third. Nomad Maverick drops down 2 places.
VTech takes the lead back.
And there goes VTech once again on the lead. But look at that Mean Firm. Side by side for second. I need to turn the telemetry on. I need to see what's happening. Oh my goodness. All right. Mean Firm gonna go to the inside. He gets a little speed.
Skep's gonna hold it.
He's gonna hold it. Oh, he spins out.
Spin!
Gonna damage the wing. There goes Nomad Maverick
to third.
Away.
Austin must have messed up.
Is
Here comes Aldiford to take position back.
He went 3-1 last chicane.
They're side by side.
There goes Aldiford around the outside of the Sauber driver.
No, it's not over yet. Maverick gets a stop and go.
Oh, he did.
Oh, and Jupe's out of the race. On lap 1. Still side by side. Aldiford holds it. Now we're going side by side for 6. Oh, craziness. And now Midnight's starting to get into the picture.
Yeah, Midnight just keeping it calm.
Burn goes wide there.
Burn having an absolute atrocious start.
Austin runs wide there off the final turn. That is lap 1 done. But they're still fighting at the battle for 8th. Between Fern and Riot 2. Has a veteran against the first-time starter. Fern looks like he's going to hold it. But looking at Midnight, you can see how difficult it is to see these conditions. Heavy rain, and then you got straight from the guy behind you.
Absolutely.
Back to the front.
It is pouring right now. The rain is chucking it down, and for good reason. They're all on the wet compound tires, but I would say they're looking at the front. Skunk VTech already has a 2-second lead on Skeppy. We know how to decide in the rain.
I wonder if we smacked the sign there.
We smacked the sign, but we all know from Canada that Justin has had
Oh, he has wrecked.
We've had
I see the aftermath there.
Going into the neutral straight. So much going on. I can't say what I want to say, but you know, some feedback. We all know how good he can rate. He's demonstrated that
Oh, and Skep has gone off.
Skeppy has gone off. I believe that was the fast right hand in the fast corner of the track. He just pushed it too hard and lost it. All the way from second to eighth. And won that. That was a massive spin by him. Heartbreaking, but qualified up front. He went for a little bit, so he's definitely got the pace to take all those positions back. Just like that. Oh, he's got some sort of.
Oh, and Skep wide again.
His tires may be overheating. I saw that on board. He is losing grip. Barely got any grip out there. Like no one does, but we're not supposed to handle like that. That was a very odd spin. And he's gonna make a dive. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he just pushed it too hard. Anyway, no. Maybe already up to second, 3.8 seconds back. Skunk VTech. And you got Deluxe Court. Oh, he's got a little loose
Alderfer is looking.
Side by side.
Skep is
retired from the session. That's absolutely heartbreaking. Qualified second, was running up front for a little while. Kicked the lead and was out.
Oh, K-side. What a save.
Oh.
What a save by Alderfer.
That was a great save. Almost lost it. Everything. Battle for 6. There's Midnight. He's gonna make hold it. Side by side through the execute.
That's nice now. Holds him off. It's not over yet. Goes back to the left for what appears to be 6th place.
Yeah, this second half of the race is crucial point. If you lose your place, another opportunity to get back.
Contact.
A little bit of contact there.
Ryan 2 now is going to take advantage of this. But it takes 7. He's going to play it really cautious. Avoid a spin out, and it looks like the battle is over for now. Back up to the front, Alderfer. Looks like he's going to make the pass for 3rd over Deluxe Court. Gets a little loose there. Deluxe Court going to be looking.
Yeah, great stuff there by Alderfer. Yeah, great battle.
VTech pitting on lap 3.
And Nomad Maverick.
So
I think it's time for Eagles already. I think it's time for Eagles. Don't think that he's on the intermediate tires.
They're the only 2 that came in though.
Already it's starting to slowly dry out there. What's the dry? It's still wet. Already time for intermediate tires. It's very shocking. It doesn't look like it, but maybe. But you know, the drivers know better than us. Sometimes they may not look it visually, but definitely right now it's intermediate time. Actually, is it really? It's still looking pretty wet. We're gonna have to keep an eye on these 2. Both pit at the same time, so something tells me that they know what's going on. That's Maverick reacted on VTech's reactions to go to the pits.
Well, if it's going to be anybody, VTech's going to be the one that knows best.
Here comes me and Fern is with Max. A battle for 4th right now. Fern, Ride 2, and Midnight. Fern is definitely hounding it back. Championship points leader, Midnight. That's quite the best thing out of there. Ride 2 still in the back of them. It's so close to it's surprising these guys are still able to be as close as they are to each other.
Oh, Midnight!
Midnight! Wow, that was a crazy moment there for the Ferrari driver. It doesn't hit the wall. Fantastic save. Has a free position for both Ride 2 and me and Fern. Now Fern's got some clear space now to start to get gap on Ride 2 and start closing down on Patrick Lebowski, the 3rd place driver.
I will say the intermediates are looking like the good call because VTech is catching Alderfer rapidly.
Yeah, I can see it now. It looks pretty dry now.
You can see everybody coming in the front. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Be sure not to speed. Nobody in the top 3 speeds. Fern comes in 4th. He's fine. Riot 2 comes in 5th and gets a stop and go. J-Mac's going to stay out and now VTech should cycle out easily as the leader. But J-Mac currently holds the lead.
Yeah, and there goes Skunk VTech already up into the provisional lead. Theoretical lead, I should say. As Dion's in 3rd right now, as Maverick will behind him. As Maverick goes a little bit wide. 1 and 2. Did a good job of not getting himself a penalty there.
So Justin, after retiring from the race, comes into the chat and says ripperoni with cheese. I know Ferrari's Italian, but pizza.
Yeah, pizza. Little Caesars right there. Little plug.
The Lux Sport came in for the win for him. He's now back to...
That's pretty unfortunate there for me. Oh yeah, that is right. He did have that incident with Meanford on the first lap. Had a little incident. Took a bit of his wing off. Now we're going to see Maverick, who's right behind. Gonna make a move on the side. Come on, camera. Come on, show it. There goes Simon.
He makes the pass. Now Aldefer is going to be right there. He's going to have
that was pretty close.
Right. Oh.
Aldefer there gets by Dion. Doing the wet on the tires. Gets the pit.
We also look past the lead.
Yep. That started.
Extreme closes.
Whoa!
Almost
back into that.
There he goes to the bottom. J-Mac's going to get
a
stop it though. It runs somebody by.
I don't agree with that penalty at all. I was steward. I would take that penalty away from J-Mac there. That's uncalled for by the stewards, in-game stewards. There you go, SnB F1 already out to the standing lead. Look at that. Gaffy's already got to Maverick though. That is about almost 10 seconds right off. On that note, but me and Maverick hit the same lap. Imagine how much he gained on those intermediate tires.
Maverick had that Wilson stuff. Remember that?
He probably did. I actually know he had a stop go because he passed 2 cars off the circuit. That's why. There we go. That makes sense. I remember that.
Okay.
Explain why the gap is that big. But anyway, there's Aldefer. He's closing in on Maverick. Yesterday, actually this morning as well, because it was a pretty late race. As I mentioned before, these guys racing PPRL with each other. These two had a little altercation on the first lap of the spot, going up Rouge. Maverick got inside at Rouge, and that kind of sort of Aldefer. And I think Dion may have had a little moment there. I wasn't watching there, so Aldefer got a little hampered by that, spun, had a massive accident, had his race over already. That was caused a little bit by Maverick. These two are not happy with each other after the end of the race, so we're going to keep an eye out for Aldefer and Maverick to see how they race each other. But Aldefer made a mistake in about 2 seconds already. Maverick. Dion spins it! He gets 2 seconds.
That's a reset!
Oh my goodness! I'm telling you, the game, that is no-no there. That could have been Raichu's race done and over with, but amazing reactions by the Renault driver. I'm telling you, that's going to crash someone one day. It's going to ruin their race entirely. SnB F1 it's a 44.7, I believe. It's fastest lap. So, being as consistent as he can right now already is fantastic stuff for the French driver. As Deluxe Sport is right on the back of Midnight for 6th place. He's gonna make a move to the right. Is he gonna make a move to the inside? We up the door in a little bit though. Switch back. Got a really good exit. Is overtaking place. Gonna dive it up the inside. Now Midnight's not giving up. Holds on to it, but here's another opportunity for Deluxe Sport. Push back, no, not quite. Midnight's line was not hampered at all from that little battle they had. Great battle here. We may want to stay on board with these two. As here comes Deluxe Sport. He's going to be in it, in the slipstream. Over towards the He's going to dive up the inside. Going to get the move clear. Is not quite. They're still side by side. Two are breaking at the same point. It's an amazing job by both of them. And Deluxe Sport has it for now, unless Midnight. Again, by Deluxe Sport. E6 already great recovery by him so far. Came out of the 9th, already made up 3 spots from that little shenanigan that was the first lap. Is VTech again setting another fastest lap at 44.4. May start to think that the conditions are starting to dry up a little. Rain, less of bit. Out of fourth, I just was looking at that. There goes Meanford up the inside of Austin. I think Austin may have let him through, actually. That was pretty... Oh, I don't think he let him through. Actually, I don't think he has. He's going to dive up the inside now. Austin side by side between turns 1 and 2. Austin going to have the outside and absolutely fantastic move. That was a power move on the outside of Meanford. Great stuff on the Red Bull driver, third and Boyd got Austin, another driver who is pretty good in wet weather conditions. That's an over. Very difficult overtake. Yeah, Midnight not having a good day today. I mean, he hasn't usually practiced in the races, but when you're the championship leader, I think at this point you're going to have to struggle for grip. Is right to the back of him now. Yeah, I forget there is here. I said it's still raining. Right, I think Midnight may have closed the door, and yes, he has. Still holds on. He's 7 now, but he's got to keep that position. Right, yeah, there's a right here on his right. Already. So Midnight down to 8th place already. And if it were to end, the race were to end now, that would be out of the championship lead.
No, VTech would have it by 2 points.
2-point lead already, yeah. And I believe Midnight would stay in. Lando would drop to 3rd, maybe even 4th. I think we're not in the head right now. Just keep focused on what's happening. Anyway, battle for 4th is still happening though.
Overtaking the blue.
Wants the ball track to overtake him. He's on the left, like Austin was before. He's gonna make a move. No, he backs out of it. Lock up. Maybe he did lock up there, but Austin doing a great job defensively. That's right. I think that's Raidu's 3rd corner cutting penalty. So, Midnight's got something to look forward to if he can't catch him on the track. Austin doing a very good job of defending in the 1st and 2nd sector. Definitely seems to be losing a lot in the 3rd. And that's where he makes up most of his time. I've been noticing that Maverick is doing a very good job in the 2nd. He may be losing a lot of time to Skunk, but he's starting to eke out the gap to Outerford. Outerford, I think, is not one to appreciate wet conditions, as he said before Spa. He did not want it to rain at all. I don't think he wanted it to rain today. And I think this is the worst these two were. Both he and Steffi were aiming for a 1-2 finish. Look at where that's going. Steffi out of the race, out of her in 3rd place. So not the weekend that these two wanted. Anyway, we're gonna still take a look at this. That's tough beating. That's gotta be his 5th fastest lap of the race already so far. 1:44.2. Fantastic. A commanding 14 seconds over 2nd place. We may even see a 30-second gap by the end of this race if he keeps it up. Austin having a little bit of a bigger gap than he had the last time. It's not going to be challenging to turn 1 unless he makes a little mistake. As Meanford loses it out of turns 1 and 2, not the best. The left board is starting to catch these guys pretty quickly. He's already in 1.5 seconds of Meanford. Don't count out the poor Ronco driver out. I mean, maybe if he wanted, I think he had a podium in China, or I was 4th place, I don't quite remember, but he had the speed, just hasn't had the results he wanted, and hasn't ended all the races either, bear in mind, so he's going to try and prove his point here today with more competition and try and get himself a top 5, maybe even a podium.
What's the direction for what VTech is doing?
Yeah. He is on mode 0 ERS, which I should pay attention to, but he is not using any ERS at all, so I think he's actually using 4th gear instead of that airplane. It's a very odd choice of steering. He's 2 seconds slower has stayed constant as he loses the back end of it. There's something amiss with that car. I don't know if I know he is in that low tier ERX, but something is definitely amiss with the handling. Because he is not at the same pace he was before. Maybe he's I'm hesitant to say this. Maybe something's wrong with the tires. And I'm not going to say overheating. Because I don't see that. It's still wet. It's not dry enough for the dry tires. But he is definitely struggling with the vehicle. He's already lost second, one sector. Maverick in second place. So I don't quite know what's wrong here, but definitely something with the tires. Look at him, he's just sliding all over the place. Chicane, dancing like he's driving.
Over-revving though.
I don't
Unless
know if
it's
that's
on my end.
I don't think it's over-revving from my point of view. I don't see too much over-revving. I think for me it's more handling problems than anything. Look at him through that. It's a right-hander. He is almost off here, blocks it up a bit. It's double right.
That's not really.
Yeah, but I don't think it's enough for the dry tires. And by the way, he's 1.5 seconds from his back alone to Maverick, which is a bit bizarre. I mean, Maverick is new, but considering the gap VTech has already built, he should still be setting this gap to the second place driver. So it's a bit bizarre. I'm not sure what he was doing on those laps. He must have been really pushing it on those fast laps he's setting. He's 3.3 seconds slower this lap than his PDB fast lap races. Oh wow, look at that.
Oh, KSI! Alderfer almost lost it there on the exit of the turn. Cost him quite a bit of time, but nonetheless, I mean, I don't know, are you looking at VTech telemetry?
I am looking at telemetry. I mean, it doesn't look anything out of the ordinary from my end. I mean, he was saving a lot. I think it may be a good one. Too odd. I think it's honestly, you should be looking at how it was driving the car everywhere. I don't know what caused it to happen, but he took a lot of time. And I think it's something we're gonna have to pay attention to as the race continues. But fortunately, it's not drawing out.
Apparently, I'm not the only one noticing this engine running. Justin just said in the chat, only Justin just said, that engine though.
Yeah, I'm not, maybe that is an issue that I'm not seeing, but,
it's probably me, but
I think that's a glitch. No, that is a glitch. I mean, I'm looking at this there, that is a glitch to me. Sometimes it does the thing where it over-revs from your end, but not on theirs, so I think that's just a situation with VTech.
We have a battle for fourth.
Still.
Oh, as I say that.
Now,
Deluxe is going to get in the picture.
It's going to give Deluxe a good opportunity. Actually, Deluxe didn't have that great of a run through that double right. It's still VTech not too. He's not surprised. Austin spins it and saves it. Fourth place and now fifth. Deluxe score. So it's, yeah, no, I think it is dry tire. That probably was the reason why Stuck was using it. But still, it's confusing me how it lost so much time to Maverick. And there you go, DRS guys, perfection. As Maverick and Alderfer put on the super soft tires, so very interesting call by those two. We're gonna have to see if these guys are gonna make it to the end on those tires. A lot of people are on a super soft tire. That's a very interesting call by them. I for sure think the softs are going to be in. I don't know if the supers. I don't know.
Getting on the softs, we have Deluxe out, and then Austin, Salinfern, don't know what happened to him. He has lost 2 positions in the pit stop. And now DRS has been enabled too. Forgot to mention that. Midnight also came out ahead of him.
I think Mr. May got stacked up with Maverick. I think because they're both teammates, and that second probably helped. Got him behind Austin and the Deluxe board there, but interesting to see. There's a lot of guys on the supers and on the softs. It's possible. I guess it could be possible to get these supers at the end of the race, but we're halfway through it. We're the race already. I think the softs are the safest way to go, and I think Skunk has the right idea. But actually, it's really halfway through the race. It's about time that you do your race run through so far.
Yeah, it's about time, and not just that, we're actually about to do it at the normal time now. I think the past like 3 races it's been at the 2/3 point, but now we don't have all the action that we usually do around this time. So time to go through the field presented by, I don't know. So first place we got the back. So then first we have Skunk VTech, the French native, with the Costa Rican flag, driving for a British constructor, is leading. British, okay. I meant British because that's where their base is.
They're based, yeah.
Yes, their F1 base. That's what I meant. Their F1 base is in Britain.
That's another tutorial right there.
Bradford, right?
I don't even know. Anyway, go on.
So VTech is your leader right now. He is Hollis and you know what right now. He's got a 6.4 second lead. Although the gap is closing, he has led just about every single lap in this race. He has been on point ever since the lights went out. And he's going to try to shut off the lights as well. He's got to hold on for about 13 and a half more laps, and I don't know what those are. It's like spiders or something on my screen.
Whoa! Alright, Maverick lost it out of the Mistral chicane there. Sorry to interrupt you, but he almost crashed. that was crazy.
Speaking of Maverick is sitting in second. He and Aldifer are closing, and you never know what the situations are, especially how people work their setups, especially with Park for May. You never know what kind of we're aiming for. These guys might be targeting a dry setup, and now time to pick it up, as we say that. But yeah, Maverick sitting in second, first ever start. He's got the best lap for the. Looks like that's gonna. But yeah, Maverick first ever start for Sauber. He's looking to get Sauber their first ever podium in this league, and he's only 13 laps away from doing that. He sits 6.3 back. Deluxe Corn with the best lap. Anyways, we go to Aldifer Jr., also known as KSI 8 Skirt. He's sitting in third. He is the only driver this season to have a podium in each of his starts. We'll see if that can continue throughout this race. As of now, he's in a championship battle between VTech, Austin, and Midnight. If the race ended now, he would just be a mere 2 points behind VTech going into the winter break. In fourth, we have Deluxe Cord. He's had a rocky season, but he's having a great run right now, representing Toro Rosso. A lot of hype going around this team, and with good ideas as well. He's sitting in fourth, and he's showing himself off as Red Bull's B team. In fifth place, you have the Red Bull A team driver, Tactical Austin. Entered this day, third in the championship, 11 points back. He's been running fifth, around the fifth place arena most of the race, and this is where he sits now. His challenge is going to have to be to try to close up to Deluxe. As VTech gets another solid lap, and now it looks like he's falling away. But Austin sitting in fifth, he's got to keep those positions going though if he wants to be close in the championship. In sixth place, we have Mean Fern, the other first-time starter, and the other Sauber driver. Both Mean Fern and Maverick gets a 3-second time penalty. Ooh, that's going to affect the points a little. Now Aldifer would have a 1-point advantage if he count penalties over VTech. Anyways, Fern in sixth. He has had a pretty solid day for a first-time starter. At moments in this race, he's shown he has podium speed, but just unfortunate things have been happening to him. And now he has started off this race on the wrong foot. We'll see if he can get on the right foot in these final 12 laps, but just have to wait. In seventh place, we have the champion going into this race, Risen Midnight, or not the champion, but the points leader. Exiting this race, though, he would be sitting in third in the championship. And to have such a promising start in this season, now to be back in third, I know he's not going to be happy. And I know he's going to try to keep pushing when we go into the spring. And we have a few other races out there, but this is the now. He's still got 11 and a half laps. And you never know. This guy is in the places at the right time. He can be in a lot of positions coming to the end of this race. In 8th place, we have Riot2, my new Twitter follower, so shout out to him. Sitting in 8th place right now. He's had some consistent top 5 finishes, and he's been holding his own. Right now, he sits in 8th. Not the place he really wants to be in right now, but like Midnight, he can gain a lot of positions coming towards the end of the race. And then in 9th place, Maverick gets another time penalty. That's going to be problems. Deluxe Cord pitting from 4th. I'm not sure what happened there, but Deluxe Cord's going to sink down the order. Probably going to fall to maybe 8th, depending on what happens. J-Max sits in 9th. He's had a relatively quiet day. He got his first lap lead of the season. Good work by him. Currently sits in 9th, just running his race. And he's going to ride this one out to the end. In 10th place, his teammate Dion Forjob hasn't had a lot of action except for is almost near collision on wet tires on the switch to intermediates. He currently sits in 10th place, a lap down. And right now, just like J-Mac, it looks like he might just ride this one out to the end. And our 3 DNF drivers, Skeppy, who had so high promise entering this race, qualified second, took the lead at one point, but those tires can get you very quickly, and that's what happened to him. Justin, running around the 10th, 9th area, I think went off on the turn to approach the backstretch. And Jupe also went off in the first lap, and he has DNF'd as well, so tough break. We'll see if they can rebound in our next race, which I think is Austria.
I believe that is
Not
Austria.
too sure about that. Austria, right. So now we go back to the leaders. VTEC, with 10 laps to go, is maintaining a 7-second lead over Maverick, and Alderfer just holding his position right now. If it ends now, he would well be in second place in this race and actually be ahead in the championship by 1 point. And Deluxe Cord's mishaps, Austin, not only with a comfortable gap, he's now up into 4th. So, Red Bull Power in 5th. I'm going through the recap again. But all these guys jumped a position over Deluxe Cord. And Deluxe Cord is now on the Super Soft. And we'll see if he can carry to the end on these tires. And also the guys in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I mean, they are going to have to go 15 laps or so on these tires. And to go on the medium compound, not medium, but the average compound for about half the race at any track is difficult. You can barely do it on the hardest compound. So now doing it on this, it's going to be rough. We saw a masterful job at Spa, staying out on soft tires, basically 2/3 of the race, and making it to the end. At the end of the race, he said, those tires were screaming to me. They were saying, please change me, please help me. So I think that'll be happening again if we get to the end of this one.
So I think that was the reason why Deluxe Cord did pit in the first place. I think he understood that his tire situation was not ideal, and again, for instead of Super, it could pay off in the long run. But then again, at the same time, it all depends on how 2nd, 3rd, and 4th save their tires. They could end up playing against him. He might, undo everything he wanted to do, so that would be really unfortunate for him. But Maverick is 2 using the time penalties, so Swim has nothing to worry about. Alderfer probably nothing to worry about either. 2 seconds back from Maverick. Young with a 2 second time penalty now, but as I said before, Alderfer would have a 1-point advantage over Stunt, which is kind of crazy. It's pretty intense. It's pretty insane going into the long winter break. Where we'll be ending Austria on the 8th of January, I believe. Actually, no, would it be? Yeah, no, it wouldn't be. But we're heading somewhere in January. Kind of crazy how long of a winter break we do have, but he's not really gaining any time from Maverick. Maybe he's trying to say he's putting the mode 1, so he's probably in the 16th year. That's probably trying to save his tires a little bit to get to the end of the distance. And Skunk beat. There you go, being the fastest of the field himself. Another fastest lap of 32.8. Amazing run of form from the French native. Having a perfect ideal race at his home track. We love him much at the moment. Yeah, he's definitely in the back foot when it comes to pace. I don't know if that's him pushing me. I know he's quicker. He's proving that he's quicker than Maverick. But I don't know if he's saving or not. I think he is, but he probably does know that. He might know that Maverick has a pretty 6-7 times. You have to push. You really need to. So he doesn't have to push you harder, but he takes get the second place.
So I'm checking the schedule right now just to make sure. Other than these updates. There we go. Next race is Austria, January 12th at 7:30 p.m. So that is a 6-week break. I do have some stuff planned though, F1 and non-F1 related. So if anybody wants to hang out with us on a Saturday night, it's VTech does it another time. Stop doing it, move. But yeah, as I was saying, got a lot of stuff. But back to F1, the Lux Tour has been running down right during the past few laps, and he will be making a move any moment now. Take 7th place back. We got quite a ways to midnight, about 4 seconds, but it is possible, especially in the 9 laps.
I'm reading the small chat we have on your stream, and AMG is good says, let's go AMG. Well, we all know that. Well, I don't know. We us two know that. LG is pretty supportive to his teammates, SnB F1, and Mercedes AMG. So I'm certain this year has made its own little twitch in AMG is good. Trying to support SnB F1. If that is you, please let us know. Because that is pretty funny. If that is it? Oh, that's so. That's pretty funny. I like that. That's pretty deep.
Yeah, this is also going to shake up the constructor battle as well. Red Bull is going to.
Not going to hurt.
Yeah, he's got a very solid gap. But Lux making the pass for 7th. But this is going to change the constructor battle because Ferrari was entering as the leaders and they haven't had the best week. Then you have Red Bull who is just behind them, and yes, they would pass Ferrari, but they're not going to be that far up. Mercedes, who's in 3rd, and they're having everybody's got one driver in the race basically, except for Sauber and Haas. But Mercedes is having a great run here compared to everyone else. And McLaren sitting 4th. Their goal at the end of Spa was, let's go for the constructor title because VTech's probably going to win this. He's probably going to win the season. That's what they said. And they're going for the constructor title, and it looked very good, very promising heading into Paul Ricard with Skeppy qualifying 2nd, and Alderfer also up front. But Skeppy's early retirement and Alderfer's running in 3rd will be 2nd at the end of this race. Is going to probably leave Mercedes. There's a chance Mercedes will be left with the lead by the time we come to the end of this race.
Also, shout out to the revival of Sauber, 2nd and 5th right now, will be 3rd and 5th. They'll be scoring a good bundle of points here today. They'll be level on Mercedes, and they're slowly trying to fight their way back up through the tables now in the constructors, so that's a great sight to see.
Sauber hasn't made a start in the past few races with both basically retiring from the season at Canada. close racing here. Now they both got 2 new drivers. And Alderfer gets a 3-second time penalty. Now we might have a battle for second because Alderfer would still have it. Actually, this is a good time to check the penalties because we have quite a bit.
It's close though.
So Maverick had the stop and go.
We got about half a second.
Deluxe has a 3-second. Actually, he has 2 3-seconds. Riot 2 has 2 3-seconds. Dion has 1. Deluxe Court has another 1. J-Mac has 1. Maverick's got 2. The Maverick is on his second warning. And Riot 2 and Alderfer have extra penalties. So, yes, the distance and penalty right now, if you count penalties, Alderfer is ahead by about 2.5 tenths. So that's a gap we're going to have to monitor to see who comes in to Austria in January with the points lead.
Yeah, absolutely. There's that. Alderfer in the second year ahead by 1 point now. He would be behind by 2 points if he were to finish in third place. So important for him to maintain that gap to Maverick. Second place is secured for the first rival in the track. But Alderfer doesn't quite have the pace and catch up to Maverick, but he hasn't really made too many inroads. So I don't know if it's still undecided whether or not he's doing it on purpose or not. But still starting to close it a little bit now. Only by a small margin. Still great. Pretty tactical fight for C2 in the French Grand Prix. Yeah, J-Mac had to make a pit stop. I think he could have hit his tires to the end or something, or may have spun out. Not quite sure, but J-Mac is 9th and Dion is 10th, so they'll be scoring 3 points. Half team will. J-Mac running pretty alright that last leg. Not too far behind Ride to 1 point. Unfortunately, but still looking at the good race for him though. Pretty decent points. And it looks like that strategy call that Dog Score came up with is probably not going to work out for him because he's only in 7th now. Hasn't really done anything to capitalize off it. Lost for the theoretical P4 session. Oops, sorry. Lost the theoretical P4 of the race. Outpays drivers' championship bids. Dion gets another 3-second time penalty. It looks like it moved on. Did he already have that?
I guess is his wing up?
Hold on. No,
That looks weird. Now Fern is gonna try to run down all 3 laps and see if he can take 4th place away. I don't think any of these guys have time on this.
And Fern can definitely do it because his softs will be in better position than awesome supers. So this is a fight that we're gonna have to monitor pretty soon. Actually, probably now because Fern is starting to close in that gap. Awesome. These two have been fighting each other the whole race. Always near each other, even in the wet and all in the dry. These two have been definitely putting on a good show for the viewers here today. Got a lot of time. Here we go. Good chunk of time. Gonna lose a little bit though in the straight. Austin was struggling a little bit in the rain because Marion Fernwood gained a lot of time in there, but it looks like Austin decided the final sector pretty down pat for the moment. Marion Fern is able to eke out an extra 2 tenths in his final 3 corners.
gonna have that DRS again. This is the battle for fourth. This could be eventually the battle to see who wins the constructors. On the line here.
Oh,
Fern
that's
gets a
not
time
gonna
penalty. That's gonna
why.
kill his run. And speaking of time penalties, Alderfer has fallen out of the 3 second. Alderfer just
Now
got
he's
the
good.
3 seconds. Oh, and now it's coming back out to 3 seconds. It's out of 3 seconds again. I don't think we've ever had a battle for time, like actual splits, and then what we do now. And Maverick is pushing. He wants that second place on his first ever turn.
They're trying to make a move on the inside of Austin. After lock up, couldn't quite get the move done, and Austin shuts the door, and now they're going to be side by side pretty soon. Austin will go straight.
Rips to the right.
Inside, Mean Fern keep on the inside. Austin holding his ground though, round the outside. The double right-hander Austin theoretically had to be done, and he does. Great stuff, great defensive practice.
And Alderfer now within 2.6. But the fuel is red. And same with Maverick. Maverick's on mode 5 though. These two are going to throw it all on the line for second place. VTech is just 13 seconds out of front, enjoying the beautiful French weather.
It wasn't so beautiful before, but now you can say it is. It's pretty. But this one's like changed so much. Wet to into now fully dry. It's just insane how everything fluctuates these days.
Maverick's got the 3 seconds again.
Oh, it's going to be a close fight for these two, but we're going to keep our eyes on Skunk VTech as he always loses a little bit there. Don't push it too much, buddy. You got a race to win. He has started on the pole and has broken the trend that we haven't seen in a while. The pole and the win. You know, it's nowadays it's been pretty rare, but he's going to do it today. Entering the final corner now. And Skunk VTech, the whole native, will win the French Grand Prix in his 4th race win of the season. 2 in a row. Fantastic stuff for the Mercedes driver. As we're going to look now for the battle for Southern Maverick. 3-10 advantage over Alderfer. Can he hold on? It looks like he will. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close, though. Alderfer off the line, not quite. Nomad will get second place in his debut start, and Shake and Bake, Alderfer comes up 1.5 seconds short. Third, Skunk VTech will have a 2-point lead entering the long winter break. Shake and Bake, but we got a battle. Oh, we go. Oh, we did. Oh, we did. And Fern make a move.
Blocks the line.
Awesome. Either way, Fern did have a penalty. That was extremely close. It looked like Austin forced Fern off the track as Midnight gets a lowly P6 as having had a race that was not up to his standards. That was for sure. Luxor getting an unfortunate 7th after hitting early. He's not able to get the tires where he needed to go. And that French Grand Prix. First French Grand Prix in Shake and Bake history, may I add, too. So that was a pretty interesting. That's a pretty cool stat we got there, and it went pretty well.
Yeah, the 4th driver this season to win on their first start. Started with KSI in Australia, then VTech at China, then Sparky at Baku, and now he did not. I'm talking about top 2s. That's what I mean. Top 2s. Got Maverick in second. So now this is a trend. Every other first-time driver either get first or second, or debutant racer either get first or second. But anyways, those are your results. Now we're trying to interview our podium drivers. Let me just get them in the party.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I need to add Maverick.
Yeah, I have to do that too.
Can you invite?
Yeah, I gotta.
After you.
Yeah, no, I'm on it, bro. GG, guys.
I'm not sure. I think now with Twitch, you might, or we might have to, what's it called? You might automatically have your voice in the party or in the stream.
No,
I had to
you have to
check
hit
it.
include your audio.
Oh, okay then. Cool, cool, cool. It still has that. I was just making sure. They changed Twitch this past week. All right, so okay. So I'm gonna start. Start with our third place finisher, Aldifer Jr., formerly known as KSI Ain't Scared. Another podium finish for you out there. How are you feeling?
Well, I guess I'm okay with it, seeing as how it started in the rain, and as you all know, I suck in the rain. So to start a race in the rain, heavy rain, and come home in P3 is not too bad for me. Maverick had 6 seconds of time penalties. I only had 3, so I thought that I had enough fuel, but at the end of the race, I just didn't have any fuel or ERS to stay inside that, so he was able to edge me out, a little peckerhead, but, shit happens. I'm happy with the P3. I don't know where Midnight finished, but I'm pretty sure I took over the points lead, so I'm happy. Oh, I didn't take over the points lead. I'm 2 points down. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that point battle was being monitored the entire race between
Yep.
you and Skunk up front. And we were just going nuts on the final laps because you and Maverick started to fluctuate within 3 seconds. The entire final 5 laps, it was just consistent. He would pop 3 seconds over, and then you'd cut it back down. And then in the final lap, I think he managed to pull a couple tenths out and was narrowly able to get it on time penalties, which is pretty interesting. That's something we usually don't see. But anyways, a third place, very solid for you, especially since you don't like the rain. You got a good finish, was able to somewhat avenge your fallen teammate there. Unfortunate to see him DNF out, but I was about to say next week, but next year we're going to Austria, January 12th. I was about to ask, how are you going to prepare for that race? But you've got 6 weeks to do. So I'll change up the question. Do you have any plans for this winter break?
Just be racing PPRL and RTVG, fighting for a title in RTVG right now. So I'll be putting my main focus on that and helping PPRL continue to run and just finding new drivers to run with and constantly just practicing what you can do. And I'll have lots of sex.
Right.
That's important.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, Lucky, he said something back in season 1 at Monza. I don't think you guys were here, but
yeah.
no, it was Spa.
It was a vowel movement that I had. It was a vowel movement.
It was a vowel movement. So I asked him, how is he going to prepare for Monza? How is he going to try to play the victory? And he said, well, I hope to have some sex. I think he was supposed to say success.
I meant to say
He said, I hope
success.
to have some sex.
Yeah.
Sex.
Yeah.
He said that odd stream caught by the viewers. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic stories, especially with what were you, 17 back then?
I still was and still am 17. Yeah.
17-year-old already, teenage pregnancy. No,
Yep.
I'm sorry for all the kids who are watching. Anyways, congratulations once again on your 3rd place finish, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you in the future.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, actually, it's my turn. I forgot about that. 2nd place is first race in Shake and Bake. Congratulations to Nomad Maverick, his first start. Great job. You did a good job in practice and did a good job of qualifying. Were you expecting this result entering the race?
Sort of. Not. I don't know. Just depends. I mean, it's one of my favorite tracks, so I always expect to do good here, but you just never know. So there's a couple people in here that are pretty quick, so you just never know what happens.
Right. And I saw you had 2 time penalties during the race. Were you at all concerned at one point that you were going to lose 2nd place to KSI?
A little, but I was saving up my ERS a lot, and he really wasn't catching me, so I wasn't too worried about it because I knew I could bang out a couple quick laps at the end and probably gap it out. But I really shouldn't even have been in that spot because I kind of got boned by the game. Because on lap 1, Meanfern got spun by Deluxe Cord, and I had nowhere to go but off the track to avoid him, and it gave me 2 illegal overtakes, which gave me a 5-second stop and go, which like really pretty much ruined everything because I was ahead of everybody basically except for VTech, who was blowing everyone away. So, but yeah, I mean, I just saved up my ERS and put 2 good laps in at the end with hot lap and rich mix, and was able to gap him by just a 10th, which is enough.
Yeah, we did notice that. We thinking like, where were you? And then we did remember that you did have a stop-go penalty. That was unfortunate. And the next track is, well, actually, next month we are going to Austria. So, you think so? Is that a good track for you? You got any bold predictions for the next one?
Yeah, I like that track. Just depends on the weather. I don't know. I'm not a big on the rain. Like, I don't know. It's, so, but we'll see. I mean, I got a new wheel coming, so.
Oh, good.
A lot of practice coming up, so see how it goes.
All right. Well, congratulations on getting second in your first start, and we'll be sure to see you up there in front more in the future.
Sounds good.
Now. And the race winner, Skunk VTech, getting his 4th win of the season, 2nd in a row, has just been performing solidly throughout the season, taking the points lead, a 2-point gap over Maverick, and I will say out loud what he's messaged me here. He has, a whole weekend, he's very happy. He had a good qualifying, had a good race, not a lot of mistakes, and preferred to use the soft tires that final stint just to be safe, not to worry too much about tire wear at all. And he was also very satisfied with the whole. I mean, like I said before, he's just very satisfied because he didn't think that he would win by that big of a gap, by about 15 or 16 seconds. So he's very happy to have that, considering he had those issues on winters at one point. So he's very happy about that and is looking forward to racing at Austria next. And yeah, that's all Skunk VTech had to say about the race, and that is your podium interviews.
I would like to say a few things before we close this out. Very crazy race for sure. The transition, probably crazy you could ever think of. You start in the heavy rain, and then it switches to completely sunny. You wouldn't even think it was raining if you looked at the end of the race. And that's just how it gets in this league. This is the 4th time in 7 races that we've had some kind of rain element. And I think this is the 2nd time that we've had a large portion of the race be rain to the point where everybody is on full wet tires. And I know it takes a lot of effort to race in the rain one time. It takes even more to do it 4 times. So props to all these guys, even the people who didn't get the good finishes as some of these other guys. Huge props to be running in the rain. I've raced in the rain before. I haven't done an F1 league race in the rain, but I know Forza is not a good thing to compare it to, but it can definitely be a pain. A lot of inconsistency when it comes down to it. Another thing that I like to say is Estonia, repping Estonia in 2nd place as he leaves the party. Tear to my eye.
Not really. He ain't from Estonia, is he? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Estonian flag. Like, we've seen Jamaica, we've seen Monaco, we've seen Costa Rica. Now we see Estonia. Like, this is
guys. Good night.
No problem.
And see you. Yeah.
Okay, see you.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you were saying before, we got a lot of people representing
win,
different
VTech.
flags here. There's a lot of Americans in here, but you got Canadians. It's pretty much Canadians, Americans, and then we got this. We got a Scotsman as well. Don't forget Rye too. We got a Monegasque driver who actually is Monegasque. That is Risen Midnight, and you got Skunk VTech, the Frenchman. It's just we're seeing a bit more diversity as time goes on. It's great to see, and hopefully we can keep this up in the future. And once again, all these guys did a great job. The race went by very smoothly. Towards the end, it started to not really be as exciting, in my opinion. may have yawned a bit at times, but that's just a part of racing. And everyone just did a great job transitioning from compound to compound, making it as smooth as possible with very few errors. So overall, very smooth. Little lisp there. Very smooth race, and hopefully we'll get it going in Austria. That track always provides some great excitement. Very fast circuit, very short circuit, and can't wait for that one.
Yeah, I'm going to add a few more things because, I'm never done talking.
Oh, me too. Don't worry.
Back to
I
what you
get
were saying about diversity. You see American flags on the podium. You see Monegasque. You saw a fluke Brazilian flag at Monaco. Wonder who that was. You had Jamaica, Scotland, Costa Rica. You have Estonia now. You have a bunch of flags. I think everyone should run a different country. I think everyone should run a different country. I know it's very unpopular opinion, but you just see these flags that you never see in real life, or that you almost never see. You never see Estonia. You'll probably never see Estonia at all on the podium. Canada.
It's extremely rare. Yeah, rare. It's just
Canada, you might, or I think the last time was Stroll. But other than that, it's been a while since Canada was there. And we're getting a lot of support. Last time Brazil was on the podium was 2015. It's been a while. But I just like to see the diversity. And also, to cap off VTech, he's won 4 of the 5 races he's been in. That's an incredible feat, I'm telling you right now. There's only been 4 other drivers in Shake and Bake to do that. And they have all gone on to win their respective championships. So if that is a sign of anything, better watch out for VTech for these final 8 races.
Absolutely, yeah, it's definitely a sign in the future. And I said at the start that I knew this guy was capable of amazing success. The guys he raced with, he's obviously going to be very quick, and having that, it's not I was going to say having that point lead, but it's not a comfortable one by any means. A 2-point gap. It's not something to be too relaxed about, but still, he's got the championship lead going into this long break. Time to relax and think about the next race, and he'll definitely have this momentum going forward at a track like this. And I think he's definitely one of the he has been, but he's definitely got a much greater shot of winning this title.
Absolutely, he's been on fire these past 5 races. Rain, wind, whatever. Throw snow at him and he'll still win. He's been very solid. And looking at the point standings, we thought it couldn't get closer. It just did. The gap between the top 3 in points, only 5 points separating the front 3. 2 separating the top 2. And Austin is just lurking in the back. Only 12 points behind VTech. It's still pretty close. Riot 2 has been able to hold it very nicely up there in 5th. Deluxe Cord with a solid finish out there actually overtakes Justin in the points. Sparky ends up losing out a position. Dion jumps a couple. J-Mac is now under threat of Maverick, Jupe, and Spec. And we also have Fern Scappy. Once he finally gets the race to go his way, I know he's going to get a very good finish. And it's going to be any week now. We'll see what happens at Austria. And speaking of Austria, that's going to be the next stream, January 12th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, far ways from now. But if any of y'all want to hang out with us, I'll probably do some stuff on Saturday night. Forza stuff, F1 stuff for sure. Maybe a classic car race, you never know. And yeah, you'll get to see me drive. Close your eyes. But anyways, BDF, got my partner Lucky Dog, and anything else to say before the end of this, before I close the stream?
Yeah, fam, let's get Christmas going. That's excited. Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone's gonna be excited for Christmas. You got
and
Santa,
and
you got
Hanukkah
New
for all the
Year's.
Jews out there, and
Hanukkah,
for all the
Kwanzaa,
Kwanzanians
Boxing
there.
Day,
Festivus,
whatever you want to say.
Festivus for
Snow
the rest
Day.
of us. Yep.
Yeah, that is our conclusion of the French
Not New
Grand
Year's.
Prix.
New Year's is not a real holiday. I'm just saying that here. Don't find me. Yep.
So now we're going to continue the European swing all the way to about race 12, which is Singapore. And yeah, that is the close. I will catch you guys in the next stream.
Peace. Yeah.
Oh.